Hey everyone, it's Carol Maynard, educational audiologist, here to show you how to use the touchscreen microphone with your students' hearing devices. The touchscreen mic is used to pick up your voice, other voices, or the sound from a computer or tablet. By sending the sound directly to your students' ears, it reduces the competition from background noise and makes the sound coming from the device easier to hear. Because students with hearing loss already have trouble clearly discerning all that they hear, and because the signal coming from a device like a computer is less clear than face-to-face sound, it's super important that students use their touchscreen mic with their hearing devices and their computer or tablet during online learning. In this video, I will show you how it works. First, I will show you the different parts of the microphone. The on-off switch, which is located on the side of the microphone, is also used to wake or sleep the display screen. Just above the on-off switch is the indicator light, which tells how the system is functioning. There are 3 microphones on the unit that look like little dots, 2 just above the display screen and 1 to the side of the screen. The large button at the bottom of the device with the microphone picture on it is the mute button. On the bottom of the mic, you will see 2 jacks. The larger one is the micro USB, and the small round one is a 3.5mm one that we use to plug earphones or the computer or device into. The black strap or lanyard is used to hang the device around the neck and has a safety breakaway at the top. You should also have a charging cord, a patch cord that will be used to plug into the computer or device, and a splitter so that someone else can also listen to the device with their own earphones. The charging cable, which is plugged into the wall, is also plugged into the mini USB port for charging. Once the device has received its original overnight charge, it should only take 2 or so hours to fully charge the system. However, you should charge the microphone every night so that it's ready for the next day's lessons. The microphone must be used with either 1 or 2 receivers. The receivers can be attached to your students' hearing aids and might look like this. These can be attached to behind the ear hearing aids, cochlear implants, or bone-anchored hearing devices. Or if the student has a newer hearing aid, the receiver information may have to be uploaded digitally, and no receiver is visible as it is in the hearing aids themselves, but we have to do that. Your child may also use a receiver that is not a hearing aid, meaning it does not provide gain or loudness for a hearing loss, but it does receive the sound and present it to the ear, which looks like this. If the microphone is not paired to your students' devices so that they work together, make sure that the receiver is turned on. Place the microphone within 4 inches of the receiver and touch the connect button on the screen. This should be done individually with each receiver. In a face-to-face situation where you would like the student to hear your voice, place the microphone around your neck using the lanyard. Shorten the lanyard by pulling on the clip. The top of the microphone should be 6 to 8 inches from your mouth, which you can measure using your thumb and little finger as guides. So you can feel here that this is within that distance. Turn the microphone on. If it is paired correctly, the student should hear the voice clearly. When the microphone is pointing up in this position, it works just to pick up your voice primarily. This is called a directional microphone. This will work to a distance of about 65 feet between the receiver, your student, and the transmitter. In a group situation, the device can be placed flat, face up in the center of a group. The microphone will automatically change so that it picks up all the voices in the circle, which is called omnidirectional. When working on a computer or tablet, or even listening to the television, the microphone can be plugged directly into the earphone jack on the device and the small round jack on the base of the microphone. When working on a computer or tablet, or even listening to the television, the microphone can be plugged directly into the earphone jack on the device and the small round jack on the base of the microphone. This should automatically change the input to the device from your voice or surrounding sounds to the sound from the device, so the television or the computer. If that does not automatically occur, go to the Settings button on the screen by swiping to the left twice. Touch this button, scroll to Audio Settings, and ensure that Input is checked. Indicator lights offer information both on the mute button and on the on-off button. For the mute button, flashing green at 1 second intervals means it is charging. Solid green means it is charged. Flashing red at 1 second intervals means it is muted. Flashing blue at 2 second intervals means that the transmitter is not working properly. For the on-off button, the green light indicators are the same as the mute button. 2 red flashes at 1 second intervals means the device needs to be charged. Use the mute button when you're in a private conversation and do not want the student to be disturbed by that or by other sounds from the device when you go to the restroom or times like that. The display screen has several symbols which are useful to know about. At the top of the right screen is the battery status symbol, which will show you the amount of charge left, a low battery with a red light, and a lightning bolt when it is charging. To the left of that, it tells you how much time there is remaining for use. To the left of that is the microphone mode, whether it's in the lanyard position, small group position, or pointing. Next to that is the network or subnet symbol. Subnet is typically used in team teaching situations and very often not activated. When the student is in a situation where he or she is in control of the microphone itself, like a lecture or a conversation, rather than handing it to the teacher or placing it in the center of a group, the student can point the microphone toward the person speaking. To activate this, tap the Settings button, then Pointing, then Activate. The speaker and the student must be within about 13 feet of each other for this to work. This will show up on the microphone icon as a green mark to the upper right of the dot. Remember to charge the touch screen every night after use. If you have questions, contact either the school audiologist or the student's clinical audiologist for help. Be well, and remember, we listen with our brains, not just our ears.